I have watched Hillary Clinton over the past week say that Trump, we're in a war with Ukraine because Trump is profiteering, despite the fact that this started on Biden's watch.
I think that the Trump administration's position toward Ukraine is disgraceful. I think the effort to force Ukraine into a surrender deal with Putin is shameful. I think the effort that Putin and Trump are making to profit off the misery and death of the Ukrainian people is a historic error.
That the Clintons have nothing to do with the Epstein list, and I want to get into the details of that in just a second. She has said, when confronted about gender-affirming care, what I think was the Munich Security Conference on trans and kids, she tried to flip it and say that it was Trump wanting to deny women rights.
What I think Trump is doing in America, I think it is reaction for something for some policies that really went too far from the regular people, too far from reality. So, we saw the cancel culture. We saw the woke revolution. I don't agree with the gender revolution, the climate alarmism.
Which gender? Women having their rights?
No, let Peter go on.
I think there are two genders. So, but some of
us
think that there is more than one or more than two gender. I think there is male and female, and the rest probably is a social construct.
And I feel like this character is unrecognizable to the Hillary Clinton of 2016. And I only say that because I did follow the Clintons. At the time, don't hate me, Bill, I did vote for her. And the things she is saying now I just think, does this woman truly believe we are all morons? So I first want to get into the Epstein piece. So she just said, we have no links.
Do you regret the links that there have been?
We have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global Initiative. So it to me is not something that is really at the heart of what this matter is about. They are accused, and in both cases were convicted of horrific crimes against girls and women. That should be the focus. And we are more than happy to say what we know, which is very limited and totally unrelated to their behavior or their crimes. And we want to do it in public because let's make this transparent. The survivors deserve that. The public deserves that. But, the Republican member of Congress who is running this hearing or this investigation is trying to protect the president. So let's get to what's really at stake here.
Now, let me just go over this real quick for anybody who doesn't know. Epstein was at Bill's White House 17 times. Bill was on his plane 26 times. Virginia Giuffre claims to have seen Clinton on the island there with young girls. There are numerous photos that exist of Bill Clinton with Epstein and young girls at various events. Bill Clinton is mentioned in the Epstein files over 1,000 times. Ghislaine Maxwell claims to have helped fund the Clinton Global Initiative. Ghislaine was at Chelsea's wedding, and Bill Clinton has been accused of assault by 4 different women. And she turns around and says, this is not about us. We have nothing to do with this. Am I a moron? Are they really just not involved with Epstein? Were they just totally innocent and it was just charitable? What is your honest take?
Well, I always give you my honest take, Jillian. I would never deceive.
I can't believe she said this. Am I just pissed at her? Have I become so tribal that
look,
I can't see the forest through the trees?
When Secretary Clinton says that Trump is profiting from the Ukraine war and can't back it up, I think we all know that comes out of bitterness. Okay? She lost to him, and she'll never get over that, ever in a million years. And I write about that extensively in my book, The United States of Trump. Very bitter. On the Epstein front, I don't believe Hillary Clinton had anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein other than using his money and his plane to do business for her foundation. Now, I've always been critical of the Clinton Foundation because they use that to travel all over the world, Bill and Hillary. They write it off against their foundation, and people give money to the Clinton Foundation. I mean, big money when she was Secretary of State. Now, I have a foundation, charitable. I don't take a dollar from anybody, and I don't write a dollar off on it, okay, other than tax filings. That's not what charity to me is. But they've developed this big kind of corporate charity thing that benefits them, and that is the truth. But as far as Hillary Clinton is concerned, day to day with Epstein, I don't see it.
Okay.
But to say that Bill Clinton wasn't his pal is absolutely absurd. Of course he was.
Right.
And I don't know whether Congress has a Secret Service records or not. But remember, when a president past travels, Secret Service travel with him. So the Secret Service would have to be on the island if Bill Clinton were on the island.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Nobody's asked the question. Nobody's demanded it. I hope Congress does next week, because both Bill and Hillary have to testify. They say, look, Secret Service was with you when you were on the island or not on the island. I don't know. But I do know that they were pals, Epstein and Clinton. There's photo evidence to prove that. As far as criminality is concerned, I have no idea.
All right, let's be honest. Most of us have lowered the bar when it comes to bras and underwear. We deal with straps that dig, fabric that stretches, and pieces that leave us feeling restricted and uncomfortable. Why? I've tried countless brands, but nothing holds up like Skims cotton jersey full briefs, because the fabric is incredibly soft but still supportive, and it actually keeps its shape, so there's no rolling and no constant adjusting. You'll have confidence and comfort all day long in these undergarments. Even after repeated washes, they still look and feel brand new. Skims is designed to be seamless, flattering, comfortable, and fit perfectly under any type of clothing. You feel secure and natural all at the same time. So there's no digging, no adjusting. Skims has become my wardrobe essential, and you should consider making it yours too. You can shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com/Jillian. And after you place your order, be sure to let them know that I sent you. Just select podcast in the survey and then select my podcast in the drop-down menu that follows. All right, guys, let's face it. Fast fashion falls apart fast. And high-end brands charge insane prices for logo hype. And honestly, it's insulting, which is just one of the reasons I'm obsessed with Quince. These guys deliver elevated essentials, timeless pieces built for effortless layering, mixing, and the clothes last season after season. I mean, my Quince leather jacket is soft, it's perfectly structured, it looks sharp, and it's ideal for everyday wearing. I mean, I've put big money on luxury jackets, and my Quince outperforms them all for a fraction of the cost. And they do it by skipping the middleman. They work directly with ethical factories so that we get premium materials and craftsmanship without the markup or the baloney. So think 100% organic cotton sweaters that feel amazing, premium stretch denim for all-day comfort, luxe cashmere that's soft and not itchy. Gotta hate itchy sweaters. And 100% European linen that breathes and endures. So stop settling and refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Don't wait. Go to quince.com/Jillian for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Jillian to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Jillian. All right, let's be honest. The math is just not adding up lately. Between the grocery store and the skyrocketing insurance premiums, even with a steady job, more families are being forced to rely on high-interest credit cards to cover expenses. If you're a homeowner and you're caught in that cycle, carrying balances with interest rates in the 20s or even the 30s, it's time to get some relief. And right now, mortgage rates are at a 3-year low. And my friends at American Financing are helping homeowners pay off that high-interest debt at rates in the low 5s. Their salary-based mortgage consultants don't just push loans. They build exit strategies from debt. And on average, they're saving their customers $800 a month. Plus, if you start today, you might even delay the next 2 mortgage payments. There's no upfront fees or obligations. So to find out how much you can save, America's home for home loans is American Financing. Just call 866-891-4811. That's 866-891-4811 or visit americanfinancing.net/Jillian. Understood.
I just don't know.
Of course. Okay. Speaking of the Epstein files, we've now seen action being taken around the world. So, just this morning, Prince Andrew was arrested. Norway has gone after their former Norwegian prime minister. He was charged with gross corruption and faces up to 10 years in prison because of his relationship with Epstein. I mean, the list is so long. The Princess of Norway had to make a public apology for staying on his freaking island. France has gone after, there's a special prosecutorial office set up to go after people who were engaged with Epstein. I mean, the France, Norway, the UK, everybody's taking action. And yet here in the States, Jay-Z is at the Super Bowl and freaking Kathy Rumler, who was Obama's White House counsel and called Epstein Uncle Jeffrey and is involved in hiding money for rich people with this guy. All of these people, Summers, all these people, are they going to pay a price? Why are we not prosecuting these guys?
Because there isn't a criminal complaint against them.
Who would file it? The victims?
Of course.
What about an investigation?
Well, they've done it. They got 3 million pieces of paper. But in order to prosecute somebody, you have to have a complaining witness. You got to have one of the girls go in and say, this guy did this to me on this date. Epstein was there or whatever. And you gotta prosecute him. So okay, that hasn't emerged. I don't know why. There's a lot of civil action, a lot of money changed hands.
Right.
But if you are a victim of a crime, any crime, you have to go in and you have to swear out a complaint against a person that you say violated the law. And that's what's holding everything up.
So it's not, because here's how it appears. It looks like you've got freaking Kathy Rumler, who you've got, Epstein's doing business with her, working on deals to bury tax money offshore for billionaires. And there's one email where he's like, give her $10 million. I get $25 million. And they're setting up all these tax havens. How is there no crime there? She resigned, I guess, from wherever the heck she's working right now. But I'm just thinking, that's not a crime to do these things?
Sure, it's a crime. But the Justice Department, they have discretion on what to do and what not to do. So after Epstein was convicted of state charges in Florida and got a very light sentence, he gets out, and then he goes right back to doing what he was doing. All right. Now, anybody associating him with him after he's convicted of the underage thing, I mean, that's very, very poor judgment. It's not a crime.
Okay.
But it's very poor judgment.
Okay.
So those people you can put into a category. So those people, for whatever reason, all right? On the other side, you've got a country that's operating for 4 years under Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, and President Joe Biden. They did nothing. Not one investigation, not one piece of paper moved. Democratic Party didn't care. Nobody cared, okay? Now, the Trump administration before the Biden administration, pretty much in the same category. William Barr wasn't chasing Epstein around because I don't even think that that was a priority for them. Maybe it should have been, but I don't see any grand conspiracy here. Could be wrong. That's what the people are peddling on social media now, this big conspiracy to protect the rich and famous. Okay,
Kinda.
but you've got 2 administrations and then now into a third. And all right, maybe that happened, but at this point, you've got to go to due process. All right, you have to say they weren't interested in this, and I don't know why.
All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.